InShalla and Ashe, blessings to you, my energetic beings. It is I, Tonya D, holistic Sha'medium. I almost said a holistic subtle energy surgeon. Got a little fluffy, but Tonya D here, and welcome to today's daily snippet, October 2nd, 2021, as we cascade to the new moon in Libra. So be sure to look for that in your inbox. I've been working on that this week. But this new moon is actually going to be more outer or otherworldly than one actually might expect. Um, Mars is kind of in the mix, and we have the stellium with Mercury, Uranus at play. So this is kind of what I look like, your blueprint, your energetic blueprint, if you will, within the planets. So we have this initiation kind of energy with our emotional field and also where we shine. Um, so each of them are actually going to add a little cosmic flavor or otherworldly message, if you will, kind of innovating our beliefs about our day-to-day relationships and a lot more. I don't know about you, but can you kind of feel the magical twist that's literally on the horizon? October 8th keeps like popping into my frequency. I'm not sure what that's about. I think I'll look more into that later. But it's really time to bring kind of balance on all the levels and all the things, harmony, physical, emotional, etheric, the spiritual planes, journeying, grounding, anchoring, even centering. Which brings me, once again, I'm going to be on Walk the Talk with Tavia this Tuesday. So be sure to watch that and also tune in. I'm going to be sharing that out on the airwaves as well, but we're going to be talking about actually boundaries. But I think grounding, centering, and protecting are a huge aspect as well as far as boundaries. But today we have this Yin Water Goat Day, a Gui Wei. So we have all the elements today, including wood, but it's in the storage. It's in the day branch. So this is it's kind of a feeling of being alone or solitude to the day. The water is, there is some water in the year, but again, it's actually hidden, and our day master can't get to it. So it kind of feels like our day isn't able to get in and have a friend. Like they feel like aloneness. So you might feel that way today. Um, just saying. But we can get to the metal. Our day is actually supported, that metal energy, the rooster and the year, the stem support our day, and our ancestors are actually supporting us today as well. That's the earth energy. But this is one of kind of a lone ranger in a way, kind of a day. So I would totally bring in the element of water to ground into. Mercury's online, even though it's retrograde, kind of recalibrating our relationship threading. So we're all going to have like relationships that literally leave. So when you are in a situation where what's happening in your village, just send love to them. It's okay, that they have another opinion and whatnot, but just absolutely send love, be loving, and don't entangle yourself in conversations where somebody even belittles or blames you for thinking or believing differently. Like, just smile upon them and, send them love. Don't engage really. So, kind of be more solution driven. Sometimes it's just easier to smile and not engage and just literally send love. So you might be more aware than usual today, kind of like the hyper awareness, maybe a little extra spooked, if you will, even. So if you feel as if you have like this excess energy that you really need to release before it kind of combusts, go for a walk. Exercise in any form will be great. Any physical realm activities. And really, I kind of wish people would get off the couch and move a lot more. It's kind of a vital aspect to smooth out the ridges of our energy while also creating unity within our mind, body, and spirit. Just a 15-minute walk can totally shift an outlook, right? You could even, take your kids to the park. It doesn't have to be, a 2-hour workout. But because we're in the beginning of the Libra season, we've kind of been recalibrating or upcycling our relationship to our inner self. So today, that recalibration is going to start moving or kind of put to the test. That's why people might trigger you a little bit. especially if your beliefs aren't in line with their beliefs. You know, it's not that anybody's right or that anybody's wrong. We're all right and we're all wrong. It's just perspective. So really, any negative habit that's kind of simmering in your cosmic soup bowl, it's going to be released, and the creation of a healthy one is literally added. It's like adding a little salt or a little pepper, or whatever that feels like for you. Maybe you give more time and space to your beingness, taking a pause and really initiate a more holistic investment in your beingness inside yourself. You know, I always talk about upcycling your nutrition quotient, starting a gym or an exercise kind of routine, whatever that is for you, whatever you decide, it's really time to really initiate and take the first step, take the first action on that. You're kind of being in partnership with yourself and your spirit, the essence of, you know, spirit and spirit having that conversation. So even if you're creating a business today, like maybe you create or come up with the name for the business today. But the most important thing, whatever you decide to do, is to take the action for yourself. Do what your heart is really called to. Be kind to you, be self-loving to you, you know, and just kind of feel in your energetic system for that shift by nurturing yourself first. So it's kind of like playing chess. It's time to really take the first move to move forward on your board within yourself and all those aspects in your life. Those the cosmic energetic wheel, the pie in the sky, if you will. It's kind of like the energetic blueprint where the stars kind of assist us magically. They're all interconnected, even with our energetic centers and our auric field. It's all it's just this juiciness, really. But just moving forward with healing through our heart space, just be more loving to yourself, you know, create a new habit that's even more loving to your entire beingness. So kind of like, are you threading or coming into alignment with what your heart truly believes, you know? So anything that is less than loving to you, you know, it truly is a day to add the magic to unsubscribe from whatever that is, the issue behind it, and to subscribe to the acts of kindness and being more loving to your inner self. It's the relationship that we have with ourselves. And this is actually going to cascade forward into 2022 for the whole year. So be sure to literally switch that cosmic subscription channel today and start the thread in valuing yourself, investing in yourself, appreciating yourself, acknowledging yourself for the magical being that really resides within you. And remember, really, to flow with what your heart authentically believes. Like it's kind of like our solution driven center when we connect with our own personal belief center. So it's just a wise day to integrate the intuition channel before moving forward out into the greater corridor, out into the world, the galactic realms, before you initiate any kind of move in your game of chess. So if somebody is demanding anything from you today, kind of take a step back, take a breath, take that pause before you react or do anything. And literally, when we take the pause, it really keeps our intuitive channel open and in the flow. Same with the breath, the in breath. It's like you breathe in spirit, your intuition channel, and you exhale the cosmic debris. Sorry, I just thought I saw somebody in my backyard. So when we do that, what happens is we have less mishaps in our inner love story of ourselves. So when people get triggered, it's more or less a growth period that they are actually going through. If it triggers you, then there's kind of an aspect of yourself that really needs more love. So pour more love into your personal chalice, that love chalice that we all have. So yesterday I talked about proposing to yourself. So did you propose to yourself yesterday? Did you write yourself your own little personal proposal? I totally did. Because I married myself. I told you that. But our root channel, our root center is really online. So what's magical about today, so anything you want to manifest, just make sure that you bring energy in and through your crown, the top, through, you know, have your intuition channel kind of assist you, and have spirit invested or in what you're creating or creator, whatever you want to call it. and utilize this manifestation channel to make it physical and to really land on the earth plane. So you could wear any shade of reds, burgundies, pinks. Pinks kind of a combo of our root center and the crown energy together in this merging. So anything that you're called to in the shades of red, could even be orange red if you want to bring in the sacral a little bit, could be an earthy red if you want to bring in the earth star. But the deeper you feel, the more actually that you can create. So passion really is literally in the air. And also we have the ability to transform certain outcomes. So you have to have healthy boundaries, right? So do you have healthy boundaries? Are they in alignment for everyone's highest good? The win-win, right? The win-win solution center. So if you can thread this initiation as if it is a win-win, and then actually it can be because you already have the process is in flow, it's being initiated. So to ground the manifestation, we can use the seed sound of Loam, the root center. I have it in the show notes. It's the O as in road. Ooh. So I know it's always funny, right? I always laugh when I tone out. But the root center is all about grounding, it's safety, it's survival, it's manifesting, it's physical, it's earthy in a way. It's kind of a gravitational pull into the earth realm, the physical realm. It's kind of like even the bass note, if you will, or that's kind of how I see it. And we also have the woo sound of water, the blowing out of a candle. I can never, I don't even, you can even, I should listen to myself. But, you know, the water also is, you can do that sound to get Mercury, the energy flowing, the communication channel. Even though it's retrograde, we can totally blow that out there, right? Say a little prayer to or for your intention even. You know, I always just put everything on the chalice for God, universe, and allow source to really guide my day, be the essence of my beingness, to be the light inside. I have those conversations. That's just kind of how I flow. But we can also, for fun, I just want to bring this up because I love this picture. Jophiel can also assist us with the beauty of our initiation, our creation. So don't be shy. You could call her in as well. But I love this picture. The other one, I think I put it in the trash. I was kind of sad about that. I'm not going to lie. But I also, this is way cool. So yesterday I talked about the horse, and I was kind of sad I didn't bring the horse online because it was part of the day. Maybe tomorrow I'll do the goat. But anyway, today I'm doing the horse because you never know where next month is going to take me. But the horse, which is amazing. I grew up with horses, so the horse thing is just magical for me. I'm going to get rid of that. Oh, maybe I'll go like that. Okay, whatever. Doesn't really matter, right? But I also, one little quick snippet, I also forgot in the day today, the day and the year and the 4 pillars, they're actually in a clash. So it's like two immovable forces with the other elements are in play. So we definitely need water for sure. Stay in the flow, bring in the peace, reconcile all the things, be gentle to yourself, as well as be flexible and also adaptable. But the horse itself, you know, it's time to expand our horizons and to take a deeper leap and jump out of our comfort zone. That's like the message of the horse. But it's symbolic that we actually have the power to change anything and everything that we choose in our life story, our earth story. So it's kind of this meaning where we have this wild freedom of our spirits, and we can be harnessing this and using it for our benefit and also for those around us in our village, in our garden. So this understanding comes only when man and beast enter into the silent kind of contract of acknowledging a mutual respect and awareness of responsibility within each other. Horses are just magical beasts, really. I mean, I was blessed. I was lucky. I was 5 years old when I got my magical being. But also the horse, you know, there's this real power in the wisdom that's found in remembering the journey as a whole. So, you know, be compassionate, be caring and teaching and loving and just sharing of all of your gifts and your talents and, you know, even the abilities that are really gateways to our own kind of our own initiation, our own source of our own unique power, if you will. But the horse kind of advises us that all pathways have equal validity. And just keeping this in mind, it gives us some insight into the power and the glory of a unified family and humanity. Wouldn't that be nice? Unity in humanity. That was a funny. You know, but every person has a pathway to empowerment that we can follow before we gallop out into the frontier with the wings of our own personal destiny, right? So the horse itself is symbolic as a totem or a spirit animal. It's freedom. It's even freedom in the Chinese methodology, the Chinese animals. But if you have the spirit animal, you're consistently finding yourself on a new journey. So this totem teaches us to ride in new directions and discover our power and our liberty. The horse totem people are usually friendly and adventurous. It feels kind of Sagittarian, because Sagittarius has like the centaur, the half man, half horse. So it kind of has that feeling, that essence as well, especially with freedom and adventure. So if you have a horse as a totem, it's better to free yourself from perceived limitations. You must continuously question whether or not you need to move on or allow others to kind of withdraw. So this animal teaches us how to ride in the new direction, to awaken and discover our freedom and also our power, which I find that super magical, right? Now I found this other fun little horse as well. Don't mind this. Let's just get that out of there. How can I, let's see, hang on. Ding. There we go. Look at that. He's a magical being. Look at, I just love horses. They're so cool. Okay. So as far as in a dream, this might indicate that you have a project or an event that's coming to a successful conclusion, which I would totally love that in my future. Falling off a horse in your vision means that you're kind of nervous about a project or an activity that you have scheduled. So dreaming of this animal with reins, pulling a wagon, or tied with ropes indicates that you're feeling restricted and you desire more freedom in your life. Bucking bronco horse dream suggests a need to break old habits. Also, a frightened horse running fast is an indication that our fears are keeping us from fulfilling our dreams. So running away from our issues is kind of impeding on our progress. But also, a sleeping horse dream indicates that we're ignoring a vital opportunity to remove an obstruction to our own inner happiness. A mare with a little baby suggests the beginning of a new phase or journey in our life. And also, a horse dream is if you have a filly, a baby, or a colt. A filly is a female, a colt's a male. If they're frantically searching for the mother, that's kind of symbolic of a spiritual indecision. So that would be like a cut, an incision in your field, where you're kind of confused about what you want to believe and where you want to place your trust. So horses in color, the color of the horse, whether it's, part of a dream, a vision, or a spirit animal, a messenger, the colors are also significant. So there's different colors. There's different breeds even that you can look into. We had Arabians and mostly quarter horse thoroughbreds when I grew up. But horses are kind of a master of knowledge and faith, especially a white one. They're the teacher. There's the spiritual progress, just different fields of intellectualism and even reason. They command of our emotional field and they manifest like through justice, like the balance there. So that feels kind of Libran to me. It's also a signification of coming of a spiritual lesson or a teaching. You got the memo in your life. A palomino or a golden horse, that is like we're coming into our spiritual manifestation. It's symbolic of the rising sun and the masters of action. It's a new day. There's a lot to do. You just really need to trust your inner wealth of knowledge. Knowledge is wealth as well. Even our wealth is in our health, right? So just utilizing the palomino, the golden horse, to reach our goals and believe in our heart that all the things are possible. And that's going to all be like available to us at any given moment. A gray horse You know, you can always bet on a gray horse on a rainy day when things are difficult, and you look for the silver lining. So, you know, just believe whatever you're undergoing is soon going to be resolved. And also, this color can represent kind of shady dealings and undertakings, but you should actually go inwards and be honest with yourself. So, that feels like metal or mineral kind of energy. Now, the black horse, right? We all need the black horse. I don't think, no, we never had any black horses, but this is like the death defying, death seeking. So it's symbolic of both the death and the rebirth. That's kind of Pluto energy. It's shamanic portal energy as well. So it's the closing of one door and the opening of another, but it's also symbolizes the need for us to take a leap in faith, trust our intuition, even if you can't see the reason of the result, you know, just go blindly forward and actually believe. So yeah, there's a bunch of horses. I'm just online checking these out, but let's do the brown horse. The brown is a reminder to not get caught up in the worship of the worldly goods. Know that the universe will always provide everything that we need at any given moment, that not all things are necessities. And once you release your attachment to your materialism, then you make room for more abundance. And I feel like that is true. Now, a red horse. Now, my horse was red. He was amazing. Oh, great. So this says, this is awesome. Not really, but I'm going to read it anyway. It's symbolic of hidden anger and vengefulness and combativeness. He's letting you know that perhaps your current actions fall into these categories. Alternatively, someone close to you is harboring ill will and jealousy. Now, that was probably more true for me than the other. I'm just going to read one more, an Appaloosa. They're kind of black and white horse spots. I don't think no, I didn't put that up there, but that's it represents balance, but it also can be symbolic of indecisiveness and maybe divided loyalties. So you kind of have to dig within to regain your balance and be true to yourself. You know, only we ourselves can shift our own fabric, right? Nobody else can do that for us. So then let's get rid of this little guy. Bingo. Wow, that was a lot. Kind of funny. I crack myself up some days, really. Here we are. Okay, so the card of the day, which is super magical. This is my elemental deck. It's air, it's perspective. Again, it seems kind of fitting for being that we're in Libra and it's an air sign, one of the air signs. So it's our mental realm. So air and sounds are this vibrational tonality of our lives, the thoughts that we have, how conscious our language is, that inner self-talk or our inside voice, even our outside voice, really, or how integrated we are in using both our left and our right brain simultaneously, and also even how we work with prayer and intention and meditation. Those are all part of the magic of air. So in the realm of air, this is where we begin to see our life from like this grander perspective, the mountaintop view, and work literally with our visionary abilities, our clairvoyance, and our clear sight. And air is where we actually learn to soar. So you can really fly when your thoughts and your vibration are in harmony, Libra, with your life's desires. So that's like the passion, right? The sun. So air and the mental realm, the mind, mental acuity, that's where we hold our belief systems about life. So you kind of have to ask yourself, did you consciously choose your own personal belief system? Or is it based on outdated mental models that were actually passed down, which happens a lot? So it really takes a lot of dedication and focus to really shift and change our mental models, those beliefs, and choose to set a conscious tonality for our life. So that's why chanting and toning are, you know, they help break up that cosmic clutter. So just a key to understanding how our life is functioning in a perspective. So air itself can teach us how to both look at like the mountaintop view, the larger picture, and to focus in on the details, the teeny details from the realm of the air. So you can really get or see a larger perspective of your life by simply soaring above it, like looking at yourself beyond. It's a thing. And really kind of looking down like as if you were an eagle or a hawk looking down, by moving your consciousness to the far reaches of the cosmos, to the galactic corridor, to kind of gain a cosmic perspective, if you will. So air gives us this ability to look at ourselves from the widest possible view and multiple perspectives from the mountaintop. So just imagine, if you will, looking down on the issue at hand from the perspective of a hawk. And then ask yourself, what do you see from this perspective as guidance from air, the quality about your life? So it's kind of like detangling all the cosmic webs today in our threading, if you will. So sometimes, cutting the cords to the relationships around us is really a necessity. So as you do that, because I feel like we're going to start heading into this threading, just absolutely send love first as you remove some of the village characters and send blessings to them. So it's really, end anything or remove it from your personal cosmic soup bowl. Anything that's lowering your vibration, your frequency. Take yesterday's proposal and take it to the next step, kind of initiate the proposal. An affirmation to say for today would be something like, I am loving my inner world and valuing my personal assets. So with all of that, thanks for tuning in. Make it a magical day. And as always, I will see you on the other side.